Well, Everton coming into this one in 8th place in the WSL standings. They're 7 points above the bottom side, Crystal Palace. They have won 2 of their last 3 in all competitions, but they don't have a particularly encouraging record against Chelsea. And of course, went down to that 4-1 defeat in the Cup last weekend. Although they did take the lead in that one. Brian Sorensen, the Everton boss, was really unhappy with the penalty that led to Chelsea's equaliser. He said coming into this one, in an ideal world, Everton will be leading into the final 20 minutes or so. So you really need to be ahead against a side like Chelsea. Otherwise they will make life very, very difficult. So good at seeing games out if they have the advantage. Courtney Brosnan, the captain, who had a decent match in the Cup when these two sides met last weekend. Republic of Ireland international, but born and raised in New Jersey. Tony Payne giving chase. Another one of those Everton players who was born in the USA. Tony Payne leading the line, represents Nigeria. There's the Colombian Ramirez. Macario. Hampton strikes it long. Chelsea's most senior goalkeeper now in the absence of Zecira Musovic, who's going to miss the remainder of the season after announcing her pregnancy. Means Hannah Hampton at 24 is the senior stopper in this Chelsea squad. Katie Cox is actually on the bench. Femke Liefting was initially named on the bench as Chelsea's substitute keeper, but a late change. That's a good surging run. She's done well, Gago, to win the free kick. Well, not only have Chelsea already knocked Everton out of the FA Cup this season, last week they've also won the reverse fixture 5-0 up in the northwest. Maggie Beaver-Jones, Erin Cuthbert, Guro Reiten, Kaptein and Lawrence on the score sheet. 5 different scorers that day. Payne. Everton have got themselves into an encouraging position, deep in Chelsea territory. What can they do with it? Mjelde against her former club. Payne. Forced backwards, finds Ladd. It's a decent searching ball for Heather Payne. It's a teasing cross as well. Hannah Hampton comes to collect. Heather Payne back in the starting lineup for Everton. One of 2 changes for Brian Sorensen's side. So what she was doing is hanging that one up towards the far post, looking for Gago. is the captain, Millie Bright. Keeps the ball on the deck. Ramirez with the turn. She hits the deck. Fernandez with the foul. Mentioned Marin Mjelde in the heart of that Everton backline, the former Chelsea player, 8 years at Chelsea, 13 goals in 79 appearances for Mjelde. In her 8 years there, winning 6 WSL titles in the process. 35 years of age now. Left Chelsea in the summer, signed for Everton. And here she is once again up against her former club. Ramirez with some good strength. Tries to get away from Holmgard. Lawrence won the penalty last weekend. That earned Chelsea the equaliser. Baltimore. Mjelde under pressure by her former teammates. Concedes the throw. Baltimore looking for options. Payne keeps it in and then tries to come away with it. Mjelde with the throw. Bright. Back to Hampton. A rare start for Mylis Mpome. Macario. Nusken back to the young French defender. Mpome hasn't managed to get off the bench in the last 4 matches, but she's going to start here this afternoon. Here's Nusken. Lauren James. Off she goes. Mjelde puts it behind, and that's the first corner of the contest, and it goes the way of the home side. Macario over to take, has Baltimore as the short option. Oh, it's kept alive at the far post, and that's headed down and that's headed in, is it? They're appealing for a goal. The officials say no. Well, a set piece almost undoing Everton. But Courtney Brosnan did enough. Stenovic gets it clear. Hampton. There's Katja Snoyce trying to close down Hannah Hampton then. Lawrence with the throw. Mpome. Vicario offering the short option. Nuskin. It's a lovely ball, it finds Baltimore. Vicario being closed down by Payne. And Everton have won it back. And a misplaced pass by Snoyce allows Chelsea to come again. Pommy encouraged forward. Hampton. And this is patient stuff by Chelsea. It's a case of keep ball. Everton so far remaining disciplined. Ramirez. Lawrence. Everton are able to get it clear, but there's no outlet for them at the moment. The home side will come again, and Pommy leaves that one. Leaves it for Lawrence, the Canadian, capped more than 130 times by her country. Pommy leaves it for Hampton. Now there's a little bit of space in that middle third. Lauren James is allowed to run into that space. Vicario. Still going, she's got 3 for company. Skips away from all of them, eventually runs out of space. And Tony Payne has the chance to try and launch something on the counter for Everton. Baltimore back to close down her options. Pommy toes it out for a throw into Everton. Well, Chelsea, top of the pile coming into this one. 12 wins from their 13 matches so far this season. I mentioned they're 7 points clear of Manchester United coming into the match day. That gap is currently at 4 points. The only points that they've dropped this season was that 1-1 draw at Leicester in December. Other than that, it has been a pretty perfect start by Sonia Bonpastor. Replacing Emma Hayes in the summer. After 12 years at the club, Bonpastor coming in, and as it stands, Chelsea fighting on 4 fronts. The quadruple is still alive, it is still a possibility. And Ramirez wrestled to the ground. Walsh has taken it quickly. Baltimore wins it back, but unfairly according to the officials. It's a free kick to the visitors as we approach the 15-minute mark. Not too many clear-cut chances for either side. Just that one corner causing a few problems for Everton. Mielda goes backwards. Hiyashi. Flag is up for a offside. Newskin allowed to turn. Baltimore. Lauren James has some space. That's a lovely ball. And now hitting Connerid, just unable to get on the end of it though. Look at this searching pass by Lauren James, perfectly weighted. She did get her head on the end of it, but couldn't direct it goalwards. Being put off by Sara Holmgaard. Here's Millie Bright, OBE. Been at the club for more than 10 years now. Signed in December 2014. Such a stalwart in the heart of that defence for Chelsea for so many years. Home steps out of defence and sends Ruting Connerid on her way. Maëlys Mpome switching it to this left-hand side. Baltimore is able to collect it at the second time of asking. Being put under pressure by Heather Payne and forces Baltimore all the way back to Hampton. I think Brian Sorensen will be pleased with the opening quarter of this contest. 18 minutes or so. Chelsea seeing more of the ball, but they haven't really posed too much of a threat. Baltimore perhaps looking to try and change that now. Falls kindly for Ramirez. Mjelde cuts out the danger. Here's Bright. Mpome. Lawrence.
Easy, patient.
Baltimore. It's been well won back, and Snoyce has a chance to try and create something. Hayashi and Snoyce play the 1-2, but it goes wrong, and Ruting Connerid is off. Snoyce giving chase. Hernandez with the headed clearance. Newskin trying to line up the shot. Ramirez. James is onside. Stenovic hoping to tidy up for Everton. The home side have kept that alive. Macario with another ball in. Bit harum scarum at the back for the visitors right now. Lauren James, who stood this one up. Well, Chelsea won this fixture 3-0 last season. Gura Reiten, who's on the bench, scored twice. Macario allowed to turn. Erin Cuthbert got the other goal in this fixture last season. Cuthbert not in the matchday squad for this one. Payne being forced backwards, running into trouble. Baltimore. Mpome. Lawrence. Stenovic should let that run, and does. Stenovic back in the starting lineup. The Norwegian was out with a thigh injury between Christmas and New Year. Well, they're used to seeing their side victorious in these home fixtures. Sonia Bonpastor's side looking for what would be their 14th consecutive home victory. This gives you a sign, a scale of how big the task is for Everton this afternoon. Here's Millie Bright, one of 7 players called up to the England Lionesses squad for the matches against Portugal and Spain coming up. Opening up for Mpome. She keeps going and can't pick out the pass. She does really well to win it back. James. Baltimore. Melda lets it run. Well, it wasn't just Emma Hayes who left Chelsea over the summer. They also saw departures, the likes of Anne-Catherine Berger, Carter, Mjelde, Fleming, Kirby. Season of transition, really, for Chelsea. And they've made that transition look smooth so far. Fighting on 4 fronts still. Taking on Manchester City in the League Cup final next month. And they take on Manchester City in the Champions League quarter-final as well. An all-English encounter in the last 8 of Europe's Premier Club competition. A fascinating few weeks for Chelsea as they fight for the quadruple. Now that was bobbling as she got the cross in. Nuskin picks it up. Ramirez. Away from Stenovic. Pulls it back for James, who can't quite get on the end of it. Macario couldn't pull the trigger. Gago gets it clear for Payne. Tony Payne doesn't have too many options. She has to go alone. Millie Bright brings her run to an abrupt end. She thinks it should have gone Everton's way. The officials disagree. Arsenal have beaten Tottenham 5-0 in the North London derby. Here's Walsh. James. Well, they're seeing around 70% possession, the home side, but in terms of opportunities, just one half chance really on target. Nuskin wins that one back. James tries to feed it through. Ramirez can't bring it under control, and Brosnan will try and take the sting out of the proceedings. Sense perhaps that Chelsea are just beginning to find their rhythm as this first half progresses. A rare chance for Everton to try and come forward, but that was a heavy touch by Snoyce. Kira Walsh comes looking for the ball. Pome. Everyone back behind the ball right now for Everton. Making life difficult for Chelsea, frustrating the home side. Back to Hampton. They build from the back once again. Nuskin. James decides to go on a mazy run. Takes two of them out of the game. Finds Lawrence. Another blocked effort. Macario. Surely that asks too much of Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd, who will prove a willing runner, but she was never likely to get on the end of that one. She turned 28 this week, Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd. Hayashi. Eddie Bright steps in to win it back. Pome. Well, it's defence versus attack, really, in the opening half an hour. But so far, the defence is standing firm. Nuskin comes looking for the ball. Baltimore to Ramirez, good strength. Can't lay it off to Macario. James wins it back. James. Everton have suffered 4 straight defeats in a row away from home in their competitions. Ramirez wins the corner. The visitors are without the likes of Megan Finnegan, Aurora Gali, Inma Gabaro. They're all missing with ACL injuries. Wheeler not available once again. hoping to return to action after the international break. They're currently in 8th place in the WSL table, which is exactly where they finished last season. In comes the set piece. Walsh hemming them in. This was actually the second year in a row as well that Chelsea have knocked Everton out of the FA Cup. They beat them in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup last season as the shot comes in. Another one off target. Canarid just couldn't quite wrap her right boot around that ball, could she? Well, they elect to keep the ball on the deck. Eventually, Brosnan goes long, just about gets away with it. Hampton goes route one. On guard. Sees it out for a throw. Here's Millie Bright. Baltimore. Nuskin takes a tumble off the ball. She's okay. Baltimore. Milder. Closed down by former teammate Lauren James. Well, Chelsea last season winning the WSL title on goal difference from Manchester City. 18 wins from their 22 matches. Floated into the danger zone and watched harmlessly behind for a goal kick. They have won the last 5 WSL titles in a row. 7 in total, 5 in a row. It's proving very tricky to knock them off the perch, the top of the tree. One thing that they were unable to secure under the guidance of Emma Hayes was, of course, the Champions League. Something that Sonia Bonpastor has won herself as a player and a manager. Tasked with trying to bring that particular piece of silverware to this particular pocket of West London. Bonpastor winning it with Lyon in 2022. Won it twice as a player with Lyon as well. Once as manager. Brosnan. Surely that's going to be a free kick. Heather Payne grabbing a handful of Ramirez's shirt. As well to escape without a booking as well. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half then. Everton will be pleased with their endeavours so far, but they need to concentrate as they try and defend this set piece. Chelsea have already looked dangerous with a couple of their corners. What can they create with this one? Lauren James and Baltimore are over it. Looks like it's going to be left for James to try and whip it in, right-footed, into that dangerous area, the edge of the 6-yard box. Everton with some defending to do. Easily dealt with. Now she's cutting an isolated figure, Tony Payne. Tried to go alone. Gago closing down Hampton. Puts her boot through the ball. Here is Payne. Gago. Really bright, hooks it clear. Gago will get another bite of the cherry. Three goals in her last 3 appearances for Kelly Gago. An arrival from Nantes in France. And here Brian Sorensen barking orders at his side. The 43-year-old Dane who was appointed in the summer of 2022. Misunderstanding there as Payne tries to lay it off her namesake. Macario running into trouble. Finds James, who was helping her out. Right. Pomme. Lawrence goes long, looking for Ramirez in behind. Chelsea have to settle for the throw. So far, they've just been lacking that ruthless instinct in the final third, that killer pass to unlock this Everton backline. They've been restricted to really just a couple of set pieces and one long-range effort. Roslin hasn't really had a save to make. Hampton goes long. Walsh, that one's easily intercepted. Just really get the ball under control, the visitors. But they do have a throw. Snoyce with the turn. each other's way then, didn't they? They'd allowed Chelsea to come away with it, with Ramirez, who's been wrestled to the ground by Stanovic. Free kick given. That will be the first yellow card. Stanovic in the book. Well, the XG at the moment for Chelsea is 0.79. For Everton, it is 0. No attempts on goal, neither on nor off target for the visitors. But if they can keep it to 0-0 at the break, they'll consider it a job well done in this first half. And according to the stats, Chelsea have only managed one attempt on target. That was the header from the corner early on. Nuskin. Baltimore. Lauren James, I think she was wanting Baltimore to make the run infield, inside. Oh, that's a miscue. Could it be costly? Chelsea back in numbers, and it's Everton's turn to give it away. Nuskin looking for Ramirez. It's a perfectly timed tackle. Does go behind for a corner though. Nuskin's ball over the top, looking for Ramirez. Brosnan was coming racing out of her goal, but Fernandez got there first. Spanish defender, Martina Fernandez, just 20 years of age. Started the last 5 matches after arriving on loan from Barcelona. And she puts this one behind for a corner. More defending to do for Everton. Plenty of efforts raining in from distance. The majority of them have been blocked. Macario. Bright. Into the final 60 seconds of the first half. Brosnan will gratefully clutch that one to her chest. She's landed slightly awkwardly here as well, I think. We barely had any stoppages in this match so far. Brosnan will receive some treatment now. Well, this is one of the chances that Chelsea have created. And that was the injury to Brosnan. We've got an additional 60 seconds added on at the end of the first 45. We are into it now. Well, this is the closest that the home side have come. It was early on, it was a set piece, kept alive at the far post by Walsh. And it wasn't really clean contact. Nuskin was there, and Pomme was there. He tried to claim that it was over the line, but Courtney Brosnan kept the ball at bay. Courtney Brosnan, who is now receiving treatment. Consider this a warm-up, half-time team talk ahead of the real thing. in a few moments' time. Brosnan back to her feet, the Everton captain. Martina Fernandez with some tactical advice in the ears of Courtney Brosnan. Pretty much at the referee's discretion now as to how much time she wants to add on at the end of this first half. Snoyce. Holmgaard. Lad. Pomme being closed down. And Hampton forced to go long. Well, Everton have done a decent job in that first 45 minutes. Frustrating Chelsea. The home side haven't really created too many clear-cut opportunities. They've seen plenty of the ball, more than 70% possession. But chances, few and far between. Meaning that at half-time in this one, Everton very much still in the contest. It is Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Let's just take a look at some of the highlights of that first 45 minutes. It might be brief. First half chance for Heather Payne, floating in the cross, looking for Gago at the far post, but Hannah Hampton was able to come and collect. That was the most threatening that Everton looked in the first half. There was a chance there for the home side. They claimed it across the line, but Courtney Brosnan was able to smother, keep it from crossing the line. Lauren James floated that one in, looking for Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd, who could make contact but couldn't direct it goalwards. Lauren James looking to make things happen, standing this one up. Just too high. And then Rytting-Kaneryd going for goal from distance. Just unable to bend it into that bottom corner. And then towards the end of the first half, the ball in, collected by Courtney Brosnan, meaning that at half-time in this one, there was all to play for then. We'll be back for full second half coverage in around 15 minutes or so. But at the break in this one, it's Chelsea 0, Everton 0. So half-time in this one, and it is goalless between Chelsea and Everton. The visitors preparing to bring on Justine van Hoovermaat. The half-time change. Get confirmation of that change as and when. It's Hayley Ladd who has been replaced. So the first roll of the dice, the first change, is from Everton boss Brian Sorensen, who'll be pleased with his side's first half efforts. Really did restrict Chelsea to not much in terms of goal-scoring opportunities. They didn't really create much themselves, but I suppose that's the game plan. Keep it tight for as long as you can. You never know. Nick something on the counter or a set piece. And it will be Everton who'll get proceedings underway at the start of the second half, attacking the goal away to our left as we look on. Chelsea, the home side in the blue, attacking the goal away to our right. They are without some long-term absentees. Sam Kerr, Mia Fischel, Nowen, all long-term absentees as well. A reminder, there's no Erin Cuthbert in the matchday squad as well for Sonia Bonpastor's side this afternoon. But she'll be disappointed with the fact that they didn't really have that killer instinct in that final third in that first half. Just couldn't find the space. Here's Lawrence. To Mpome. The captain, Millie Bright. Baltimore shrugging off the interests of Van Hoevermaat. Mpome. He's had a decent match, the young French defender. Walsh. Here Walsh, an arrival from Barcelona. Here's Lawrence. Well, the opening couple of minutes of this second half have started in very similar fashion to what we saw in the first. Chelsea seeing a lot of the ball, patiently passing it around, not really posing too much of a threat. They've been forced backwards here. Now that's a bit of space for James. Christian Canarid. Back to Lauren James. Thinks about pulling the trigger, just gets underneath it. Walsh wins the header. Millie Bright facing the wrong way. Back to Hampton. Looks as if Chelsea are preparing a double change here. Sonia Bonpastor not waiting long in this second half to roll the dice. One back by the substitute Van Hovermaat. Here's Payne. Gargo to her left. Oh, Kelly Gargo with an opportunity to shoot, and she finds the back of the net. And against the run of play and out of absolutely nothing, Everton have taken the lead. And it is Kelly Gargo who fires the visitors ahead. Her 4th goal in 4 matches. A really fine finish across the face of goal. Hannah Hampton could just watch it sail past her. Well, 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 just as they did in the FA Cup last weekend, Everton strike first. It away again, and Everton knocking at the door. This time the goal scorer has been forced wide. Keeps it alive though. Home guard. Stenovic. Well, last time these two sides met, Chelsea fell behind and then turned on the style in the second half. Will history repeat? Confirmation of a couple of changes that happened whilst the goal was being scored. Lucy Bronze has replaced Ashley Lawrence, and Macario has been brought off, replaced by Maika Hamano. So a double change. That was Hamano trying to get involved, the substitute. And Pomey comes away with it, putting Canarid to her right. Here she is. Hamano to her left. Everton get it clear. Another change for the home side as Kaptein comes on. Nusken is the player replaced. Kaptein, the 19-year-old Dutch player, signed from Twente and loaned back to the Dutch club last season. Making a name for herself at Chelsea this season, though. This is her 18th appearance in all competitions. Lucy Bronze to take the throw. Missed the last 3 matches. Lucy Bronze. Back available now though, back on the field of play and trying to influence the remaining 35 minutes of this contest. As Chelsea go in search of an equaliser. Bronze gives away the free kick. They still have the likes of Guro Reiten and Aggie Beaver-Jones on the bench, so there's plenty of firepower to be introduced by Sonia Bonpastor if needed. Going to be a free kick. Captain blipped, takes a tumble, and a yellow card as well against her former club. Melder's in the book. Joins Stenovic in Phoebe Cross's book. Searching ball, and Brosnan comfortably collects and will eat up a few valuable seconds. Payne trying to turn away from Walsh, hits the deck. You have to go back to the 1st of May last year for the last time that Chelsea suffered defeat, that 4-3 loss at Liverpool. Pretty much won every match since then, with the exception of that 1-1 draw at Leicester earlier on this season. But they're in trouble here because Everton are looking to make it 2. And Gago, who got the first, can't quite pull the trigger in search of the second. Millie Bright urging calm. They look a little bit rattled. Everton are executing their game plan perfectly as it stands as we tick towards the final half an hour. Ramirez with the slightly heavy touch. Stenovic gets it clear. Bronze gets the ball in. There's no one there. Nelda loses out to James. Heather Payne closing down Lauren James. Gets away from her. Put behind by Hayashi. Another dangerous ball in that Everton are able to deal with. Millie Bright up from the back. Here is Hamano. She's got a goal and an assist in her last 2 matches. Bright acting as a makeshift left winger. Walsh, England teammate, back to Lauren James. Lauren James, who missed 2 months of the season with a calf injury between October and December. It's only her 10th appearance of the season in all competitions. Touching ball. Baltimore wins it back. Ramirez allowed to turn, and Ramirez fires in the equaliser. Well, Chelsea weren't behind for long. It was created by Baltimore. She won it back. Everton Cannerid with the ball in, and Ramirez, she was allowed the opportunity to turn. It's only really a half chance, isn't it? The real striker's finish. And Chelsea are level. Ramirez's 8th goal of the season in all competitions, her 4th in the WSL. Colombian international who arrived from Huelva in Spain suddenly puts a spring in Chelsea's step. Gago wants a free kick. Doesn't go her way. On guard. Payne makes the run in front. Back to Van Hoovermaat, the half-time substitute, the Belgian. Hayashi. Heavy touch from Tony Payne. Everton Cannerid. Captain. And Pomé. Bronze finds the space. Flicks it through. Everton Cannerid can't pick out a blue shirt. Baltimore keeps it alive though. Walsh lurking on the edge of the area. Baltimore away from Payne. Wins the corner. What can they conjure up with this set piece? Tony Bright still up from the back. Tony Payne can't bring it under control. Bright does get there and finds James. He releases Walsh. James might go all the way. Ramirez. 2 of them are down here. Play continuing into the gloves of Brosnan. That would have been slightly controversial. Ramirez continue to play on. 2 Everton defenders hit the deck. I'm not quite sure what happened. Let's have a look. James. Van Hoovermaat, one of those down. Little certainly hadn't gone. It was no foul by Ramirez. They haven't had it all their own way, have they? Those Chelsea supporters today. Still work to do in the final 25 minutes. If they're to maintain their winning record. They've won 8 in a row in all competitions since that draw with Leicester. Reminder that they face Manchester City in the quarter-final of the Champions League in a few weeks' time, as well as taking them on in the League Cup final. James plays the 1-2. There's a bit more urgency and energy to Chelsea's play now. Bronze stands it up, Brosnan collects. Canarid and Hoovermaat. Both Everton players back to their feet and okay to continue. Bronze underneath that one. And to England teammate Kira Walsh. And Pomme back to Hampton. And Hampton, who was rested against Durham in the Cup recently. A rival from Aston Villa. She played in Spain, started her career at Villarreal. She was a centre forward before dropping back to goal. Bronze. Ramirez, scorer of the equaliser, has Melder and Payne for company. Tries to run through both of them, wins the corner. Hamano with the corner. Better angle for the cross. And she gets it clear, but no out ball now for Everton. Bronze. Walsh. Here's Walsh. Been closed down by Gago. Back to Millie Bright. Walsh. Yeah, Ashley trying to win it back from Ritten Canarid. It's back to Mpome, back to Hampton. And they come again with Millie Bright. Baltimore. And James with that fancy footwork. So a double change for the home side. Ritten Canarid makes way for Aggie Beaver-Jones. And Niamh Charles is on for Mylis Mpome. Ryan Sorensen looking to make a change as well. It's a triple change for Everton. Aaron Hungard, Melissa Lawley and Lucy Hope all coming on. First of all, it's Karen Hongard. Replaces Katja Snoys. Heather Payne replaced by Melissa Lawley. Lucy Hope coming on the final change. Confirmation it was Elise Stenovic who made way. James, surging run. Niamh Charles. First touch for Charles. James with the ball back in. Baltimore and Ramirez leave it for each other. Melissa Lawley tidies up. Melissa Lawley had 5 years at Everton's cross-city rivals Liverpool. Here is Charles. Walsh dispossessed. And Charles wins it back. So that's a nice turn by Walsh. Aggie Beaver-Jones in front of her. Charles making the run, but she'll give up the chase because that's going to trickle behind for a corner. Into the final 15. Amano. Millie Bright is still up from the back. Ramirez can't bring it under control. Baltimore. Lovely cross. Ramirez does get it under control this time. Doesn't get it on target though. Well, that's the closest that Chelsea have come to finding what might be the winning goal, to edging ahead for the first time this afternoon. Ramirez just off target though. Millie Bright. Lucy Bronze. Nikki Beaver-Jones will give chase. Will she win it back? She's putting home guard under real pressure and prevents the corner. But has to concede the throw. There's a real pace and energy to Chelsea now. And Hoovermat trying to come away with it for Everton. Oh, that's a lovely ball in behind Bronze. Payne will give chase. What has she got in support? Gago just tried the fancy flick, didn't she, rather than pulling the trigger. I think she was looking for Karen Holmgaard. That was a chance. That was a half chance for Everton. A warning sign for Chelsea. Neve Charles. Romano. Look at that run from Baltimore. Lovely ball in as well, a free header. Aggie Beaver-Jones denied by the woodwork. It was a lovely ball in. Aggie Beaver-Jones just millimetres away. Chelsea have used all 5 substitutions. Brighton. She remains on the bench, where she will remain for the next 11 minutes or so. Bronze picks it up. Here's Aggie Beaver-Jones. Millie Bright. Ramirez picks it up. Runs away from Holmgaard. Charles with the ball in. That time can't bring it under control. Beaver-Jones. Charles has a bit of space. Lucy Bronze. Van Hoovermaat with a little bit of space. Tony Payne takes it in her stride. Held up by Millie Bright. Lawley looking for options. Decides to go alone. Runs down a blind alley. And commits a foul. Baltimore. Ramirez. Bronze. Bronze with the searching ball. Ramirez with the spin, but never had it under control. And Brosnan will be in no hurry to offload this one. Well, only once this season have Chelsea dropped points. Everton with a long 8 minutes ahead of them. James. Half-hearted appeal to a handball. Corner kick given. They're looking to take it quickly. Hamano. It's a lovely ball in. Beaver Jones at the far post. The goal was gaping. Well, Aggie Beaver Jones, who used to play for Everton, unable to find the target against her former club. The visitors have another player down here. Looks like Cramp. They put in a lot of effort, a lot of work. It's Maren Mjelde, the 35-year-old. Walsh. Leave Charles. Ramirez trying to get away from Fernandez, who thought she was pushed, the young Spanish defender. The assistants disagree. She concedes the corner. Mano in a hurry. Leaves it for Baltimore as we tick towards the final 5 minutes. Time beginning to run away for Chelsea. In it comes. James hoping to make things happen. Ramirez at the far post gets a second chance. Goal kick given. Next up for Chelsea, it's a trip to Brighton before a home game against Leicester, and then they take on Palace in the FA Cup at home. Fighting on 4 fronts, let's not forget. March is a big month with those big games against Manchester City coming up. This wouldn't be ideal preparation as Lawley gives chase against Bright. Will she get there? Not quite. Everton's next fixture. It's a trip to Villa, home game against Arsenal, and a home game against Palace in the league. Bronze makes good ground. Walsh. Hamano. Niamh Charles. Away from Holmgaard. And then she slips and allows Holmgaard to come away with the ball. Another half chance goes begging for Everton. And now look at the pace from Payne. Up against Millie Bright. She has to go alone. How brave are Everton going to be in the final few minutes? Do they commit shirts forward looking for the winner themselves? Or do they hang on to what they've got? Fernandez. For the first time in a while, it's Everton's turn to just try and keep hold of the ball. Chelsea deploying the press, though. James away from Melda. Bronze. Hamano. This time Ramirez is unable to turn. Hamano again. Niamh Charles. Lovely ball by Walsh. Captain across the face of goal. Dealt with by the Everton defence once again. Emma Watson's being readied by the visitors. Walsh. Second ball picked up by James. No free kick. Oh, Lucy Bronze cuts that one out. Payne was looking to turn, looking to be in behind once again. The game is stretched now. That's going to be a foul. Free kick to Chelsea. All eyes on the 4th official, Ella Broad, who will tell us how many minutes added on at the end of the 90. Four minutes added on. 4 minutes for Chelsea to go in search of a winner. Aggie Beever-Jones. Well, she had scored 3 goals in 3 appearances. She's now gone 4 matches without finding the back of the net, Aggie Beever-Jones. Soon to be 5, unless she can find the winner in stoppage time. bronze. Ramirez up against Fernandez. The defender doing enough. As Everton prepare a change. Final one, Kelly Gagger, the goal scorer, to be replaced by Emma Watson. Emma Watson, one of the two players dropped to the bench for this one. She did start the cup game last weekend. 19-year-old on loan from Manchester United. Charles. Space for Lauren James, who finds the bottom corner. Everton protest. But Chelsea have surely found the winner in stoppage time. And it is Lauren James with a belter. It is cruel on Everton, who thought they were there. They so nearly were there. But look at the space. Lauren James picked it up 25 yards out, arrowed it into the bottom corner. And their winning run looks set to continue. In the melee after that goal, Brian Sorensen has earned himself a yellow card, the Everton boss. Ramirez hits the deck. No free kick given. Is there time? Is there time for an Everton equaliser? A dramatic, unlikely Everton leveller. Playing at the referee's discretion now. Baltimore closing down Mjelder. Chelsea's relentless winning machine rumbles on. But my word, they were given a mighty scare by Everton today. A goal in stoppage time from Lauren James, securing all 3 points for Sonia Bonpastor's side. After they fell behind in the second half, Kelly Gagger putting Everton ahead. Myra Ramirez levelled 10 minutes later. It appeared to be heading for a stalemate. before Lauren James picked up the ball 25 yards from goal and fired in what proved to be the winner. 9 wins in a row in all competitions for Chelsea. They have re-established their 7-point lead at the top of the WSL. And for the second week in a row, they have dispatched Everton. Last week in the Cup, it was by 4 goals to 1. This week in the league, it was much, much closer. Lauren James, the difference maker, as Chelsea secure the victory by 2 goals to 1. So let's just remind you how the afternoon played out, shall we? Started in the West London sunshine, and it was actually Everton who had the first real half chance of the match. Hannah Hampton commanding in her area there. Chelsea then had a set piece of their own. They caused problems from the corner. Courtney Brosnan catching the ball on the line. To be honest with you, the first 45 minutes, chances were few and far between. Hitting Cunnerid, just about got on the end of that one, could direct it goalwards. And James posing problems as she always does, standing that one up. It was just too high. They kept knocking at the door in the first 45. Written Cunnerid sent that one wide. It was about as close as they got though in the first half. Into the second half, Lauren James, just with hindsight, we can perhaps class that one as a sighter. Everton opened the scoring 6 minutes into the second half. Gago with a lovely finish, look at that. Across the face of goal, Hannah Hampton rooted to the spot. And just like they did in the Cup last weekend, Everton scored first. They did have a chance to double their advantage. Heavy touch though from Gago as she tried to go on the outside. Hannah Hampton was able to close out the danger. Chelsea level 10 minutes later. At this point, Sonia Bonpastor had made a double change. And Ramirez was able to turn and fire home the leveller. Courtney Brosnan beaten at the near post, across the face of goal. They went in search of the winner. Lauren James posing problems once again. Ramirez firing at Brosnan. Baltimore put this one in. Ramirez sent it wide. But they were getting closer. Everton were hanging on. Beaver-Jones hit the bar. The substitute's header bouncing back off the woodwork. And try as they might at this stage, Chelsea just could not find a way through. Everton was standing firm. Romano's ball in asked some questions, and Aggie Beaver-Jones should have scored Chelsea's second. They kept coming, and Lauren James setting up Beaver-Jones, whose effort was comfortably held by Brosnan. And then in stoppage time, look at the space Lauren James found, not just the space, but the bottom corner as well. And that turned out to be the winner. Job done for Chelsea. Just. So that's how it finished then. Disappointment for Everton for the second week in a row. They lose to Chelsea, but Sonia Bonpastor's side just keep chugging along quite nicely. 9 wins in a row for them. They've beaten Everton by 2 goals to 1. For myself, Paul Scott, and the whole team, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.